This is Alpha Male 2.0, and I'm Caleb Jones, and this is lesson number 15, how to survive and thrive during coronavirus. This is probably the last lesson in terms of these official lessons. I'm still going to do more YouTube videos. I'll be doing them at least 5 times a week. I'm sure I will address coronavirus issues in those videos, especially when things start ramping back up and getting back to normal. Better than normal for you. But this will probably be the last official lesson in terms of these lessons, okay? This lesson is to make notes as to what you do and what you wish you could have done during this time so you can profit and be okay the next time this happens. Recessions happen all the time. I'm going to keep repeating that till I'm blue in the face. Major recessions, major economic downturns happen all the time. They happen at least 10 years or less. Just because one hasn't happened in a while doesn't mean they don't happen. They are a regular part of your life, so you need to have a procedure in place for when the next time this happens, based on what you learn this time. And frankly, and I said this before, I'll say it again, if you are over the age of about, I would say 33, 34, somewhere in there, okay, and this recession completely took you by surprise, oh my God, I have no money in savings, and what do? Then you're dumb, because you've already been through this a few times, at least once, probably many times. And so you don't have an excuse as to why you weren't prepared this time. I was very prepared this time because I've been through 4 of these. This is my 4th one now. I've talked about that before, okay? Now, if you're a young guy in your 20s, I'll give you a pass on it because you never expected this. You probably haven't been through this. But, the next time this happens, you better be fucking prepared. And this is both in terms of your financial life and your normal logistics and your woman life. So here's what you need to do. This is really important. Boy, I hope you get this. This is a long-term core piece of advice. And if you get this, you're going to be a much happier guy going forward for the rest of your life. As you go through this process of dealing with these crises and dealing with these problems, whenever you say, boy, I wish I had blank, whatever that is. I wish I had some money in savings. I wish I had some FBs and MLTRs on rotation. I wish I had whatever it is. I wish I had, a certain person I could talk to about blank. Whatever that is, write that down. That becomes part of your battle plan and your blueprint for your preparatory disaster list for the next time we have a recession or the next time we have a pandemic. Pandemics happen all the time. Asia has them all the time. There will be another pandemic. There will be another one, maybe worse than this one. And again, if the next time this happens, you're just completely caught off guard. Oh no, what do? I have no toilet paper in my house. Then you're an idiot. Right? Fool me once. You know that saying, right? So this time, you need to write down everything you wish you had and everything you actually did. Toilet paper, money and savings, whatever that is. If you go to, here's a place you can get started. If you go Google Caleb Jones blog, disaster preparedness. There's an article I wrote there about 3 years ago called Disaster Preparedness for the Alpha Male 2.0. I list about 13, 14 things that I have in place for my life to be prepared for these kinds of scenarios. That's why when this happened, I didn't experience any major problems. I always have 30 days of food in my house, long-term, non-perishable food. I have a way to prepare that food with no electricity, okay? I have at least 14, 15 days of water in my house, not just for drinking, but for bathing and washing dishes and things like that. So I could literally survive with no electricity, no food, and no water, no running water for 2 weeks. Typical person can't survive for a day without that stuff, okay? You should already be prepared. I've had emergency savings in place, cash, gold. I have all that stuff in place. So when these problems occur, because they occur all the time, I'm covered. I'm good. I don't have to worry about a thing. Unlike most of the rest of humanity, which is losing their minds right now, because when times were good, they didn't prepare for when times are bad. So use this time as an opportunity to build a list. It's really a to-do list of things you need to get done back when things get back to normal so that the next time we have a pandemic, and we will have another one, and the next time we have a hard recession, and we will have another one, you'll have many throughout the course of your life, you will be like me, you'll be just fine. You'll be like, oh well, cool. And then, when you are prepared and not freaking out during times of crisis, you are more poised to take advantage of these times. I am getting so excited right now. I can't describe to you the things that I'm doing right now. The things that are going to make money later, a little later, because of what's going on right now. But if I was scrambling because I had no money in savings and didn't have any toilet paper and all that shit, If my energies were focused on survival, they wouldn't be focused on exploiting and taking advantage of this circumstance. Make sense? So the next time this happens, I want you to be completely prepared. So you're like, no big deal. Cool, whatever. And everyone's screaming and yelling and hollering and freaking out. And you're like, whatever, I'm covered. I'm good. And now I'm going to exploit the next one. So as you're going along through this whole process, you should be making a very careful list of all the stuff you didn't have that you wish you had, all the stuff you had to acquire, all the systems you had to implement to be prepared and to deal with this crisis. And you should have a very specific list, so when things get back to normal, one of your to-do items will be to implement everything on that list, get everything prepared, even if it's something as simple as a basic savings account, or some cash in your house, or always maintain a 30-day buffer of toilet paper, which is what I do, by the way. So before this ever happened, I would go, here's an example of something I do. I would go to Costco and use whatever equivalent you have where you live and buy 2 big giant things of toilet paper, 48 rolls or whatever, like a month's worth of toilet paper. I would buy 2 of them. When the first one gets down to 0 and I start into the second one, I go buy another one. So I always have a month buffer of toilet paper. Plus I have another 2 or 3 months buffer of those little handy wipes things. I have those too in case I run out of toilet paper. So I'm covered no matter what happens. Even if this stuff were to last a month, I'd be fine. I want you to be fine. Cool? I hope you understand this. You need to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not yet, if you want more content like this, because I'm not going to do actually structured lessons anymore. I'm just going to do my regular YouTube videos starting now, about 5 a week. So if you want that content, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, all that stupid shit. Like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. Do all that shit. The more engagement I get on this YouTube channel, the more content I will do like this. The less engagement and the less followers I get, the less content I do. So if you like these videos, if you want more of these videos, spread the word, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you very soon. Bye.